Bhavana, meditation, makes our hearts grow more developed and better than before. Usually, we want to have something new in our lives. So when it comes to the New Year or Chinese New Year, everyone has a desire to gain good things in their lives. But we may not even think about what we must do to make our minds be better and more developed, because it is this mind that has the vipaka, the results of kamma, intentional actions. This that we call kamma is what leads us to be born in various realms of existence, sometimes as human beings, if higher than humans, then to be a deva, a divine being, or if there is peace of mind, one can become a Brahma god. One who has good samadhi, meditative concentration, may use their meditation to treat illnesses in their body. They can be successful in alleviating their sicknesses and ailments. When Venerable Ajahn Chah was very ill and sick, he would go stay in a quiet place in the branch monastery called Wat Marp Jan Community. He would go stay there sometimes for 3 days, sometimes 5 days. He said he was going there to cure his sickness. After having the meal, Ajahn Chah would stay in his kuti and use samadhi to treat his sickness and ailments. And then he would come back to his monastery and we would feel that he was more revitalized. So this is using meditation in order to alleviate some illnesses. Or we use this samadhi to contemplate, to understand the Lord Buddha's teachings into nature, that all things change according to causes and conditions. So for one who has built merit and parami, spiritual accumulations, they build merit bit by bit, accumulate it, and then this will bring about completeness in their mind. And in whatever life or realm of existence we are born in, goodness will follow us. Or if our merit and spiritual development is ready, then in this life we may be able to know and see the Dhamma. And the greater merit is the merit that comes from the practice of meditation and Dhamma practice. There is the merit from dana, giving, merit from keeping sila, the moral precepts, which has a lot of good results. It results in peace in our actions and speech. But this mind has thoughts and proliferates constantly. So we meditate and train the mind to stay in the present moment by knowing the in and out breath. Breathing in, thinking but, breathing out, thinking do. We practice like this, along with the mind having a foundation in metta, goodwill and compassion, and then sila is easy to maintain. This is because the 4 Brahmaviharas, the sublime abidings, will protect our minds. It will make us be able to keep our sila completely. So we do small acts of goodness until it is already built up and accumulated in our minds like this. Then we may get to an old age, or maybe not yet reached old age, but our brain has gotten old first and starts to forget things. This we call Alzheimer's disease. But someone who has Alzheimer's disease, but has accumulated merits already, they used to give dana, they used to keep sila, they used to have thoughts that are positive, used to speaking well, they have Dhamma in their hearts, and they like to chant and meditate. Then even at the end of their life, when their body and faculties decline, and their brain deteriorates, they will still remember all those deep memories. Sometimes they may meet a monk, and they raise their hands in anjali to them. They meet someone they feel familiar with, and they are in a good mood and happy. This is going to stay on that channel where the merit brings up results. Those who attend and care for them, be it their child or their life partner, they don't have difficulty in taking care of them because their mother or their wives or husbands are people who are in a good mood. They have been interested in merit since the beginning, since they were young, from middle age, or at the later stages of life, and so their mind is joyous and cheerful from that merit and goodness. So even if their brain has a problem, they are still aware of their deep feelings in their heart. It is said that what makes one get Alzheimer's disease may be caused by many different reasons, one of which may be having done panatipata, killing living beings, or another from using speech to verbally insult other people whose brains are not so good. They insult them as being stupid, not smart, like this, which then can be a cause for it to happen to us as well. And it may not be from this life that we have created and done this Dhamma before, but from previous lives. Another cause may be from drinking alcohol, which makes our brains have problems. All the feelings or all the Dhamma stays in the heart. The creation of the body is related to good and bad Dhamma, which creates the body to have its specific existence, and in what way. Therefore, by doing good deeds regularly, that we meditate, come to chant and listen to the Dhamma, this is called the merit that we have practiced regularly, or called goodness, and it resides and is kept in our hearts and minds always. Even at the time when we have to leave this world, following the nature of this physical body, but those who have accumulated and built a lot of merit and parami will have a good and beautiful state of mind, even in the last moments before death. Such as the male lay follower Dhammika, who was a very rich man. When he was going to die, he had his daughter go to invite the monks to come to chant the auspicious verses. The monks chanted various auspicious verses, and the layman Dhammika liked to listen to the Satipatthana Sutta, and he had joy and gladness in listening to the Dhamma. As he was one who had already made a lot of merit, the devas of each realm brought their heavenly chariots to come pick him up to go abide in the heavenly realm. Here he said, "Stop, stop." He was telling the devas to stop and not disturb him, as at that time he was listening to Dhamma. He was having gladness in the Dhamma. He had inner rapture arise, and he was pleased and joyous. This we call piti, rapture. It manifests as inner gladness, having goosebumps, having rapturous feelings in the body. The body is light, the mind is light. The body feels as if it's expanding, and feeling very satisfied. If anyone has experienced this kind of peace, or this piti, then they will know that this is another kind of happiness that can arise. It arises from the mind that experiences peace, or that has Dhamma. So at this time, the daughter thought that her father had told the monks to go back first, so she invited the monks to go back. The layman Dhammika opened his eyes and didn't hear the monks chanting anymore, so he asked where all the monks had gone. She replied to the father, "Just now you told the monks to go back." The layman Dhammika said, "It's not like that. Just now the devas came to pick me up, but I wanted to listen to the Dhamma, so I told them to go back, to wait first. I want to finish listening to the Dhamma." So his good karma was giving its results, and he would go to a good existence and birth. It was a karma nimitta, mental vision of karma. It was a patibhaga nimitta, a clear vision that arose in his mind. So this is important. When we have created even a small amount of goodness, and when that merit has given its results, then there is inner happiness arising. Even though we go according to our karma, according to causes and conditions, but when we must pass away, we go to a good destination. It's like there was a lay woman who was holding a lotus flower to go worship the Buddha image at the stupa. But on the way there was an accident and she died first. But her mind was already imbued with that merit and goodness, and so she was reborn in a good life and existence. So when we do goodness and make merit regularly like this, then goodness is in our hearts. Even if we have some results of karma arising that causes us to have Alzheimer's disease, we will still remember. We see the monks, and we raise our hands in Anjali to pay respects. We see people chanting, and we rejoice. Anumodana, sadhu. Our hearts are filled with joy, contentment, and only good thoughts. We have happiness, and the heart is at ease. There was one woman who had Alzheimer's, and I asked her, "What is my name?" "Ajahn A. Do you remember me?" She could remember some things, but forgot things as well. But in a little while she had forgotten it all already. But even though she couldn't remember, when I asked about my name, she smiled with joy. She laughed like that all day. I asked her son, who was taking care of her, about this, and he said that his mother was in a good mood like this, and she could be like this all day. So there is a small chance that it can be like this. But she had merit because she had given alms on a regular basis, and she would chant regularly before going to bed every day. Even though she didn't meditate that much, just for 10 minutes, but her heart was joyous. Therefore we have to have right view. This right view is important as it makes everything of us right. Everything we say, do, think, and practice in is right. Like we come to meditate and practice like this, our thoughts are right because our view is right already, and we create goodness. This merit we create regularly is a habitual karma of ours on the virtuous and good side. Even if we have some type of results of karma, like getting Alzheimer's disease, we will still remember our goodness, and we will have inner happiness and be able to live on. But people who see the world in a bad way, if they become ill from Alzheimer's disease, they may fall into a state where they see things in a bad and harmful way. For example, they will think people are coming to steal their things. Have you seen it? Even a mother would think that her child stole her clothes to wear. She thinks like that, and it's ingrained in the heart, and it's difficult to overcome as well. And by the time the child is finally able to bring her out of that wrong view, it has already made the child feel mentally exhausted and troubled. So let us keep building merit and doing goodness. Try to chant and meditate. If we really don't get peaceful, we watch the in and out breath along with Buddha and it's still not peaceful, then we need to chant a lot. Chant till we get exhausted. When we are exhausted, then our mind will be calm easily. Or sitting meditation until there is pain in the body, and then we won't think about anything else. When we don't think about anything else, the thoughts are less, and then we may calm down and have peace arise in our minds. May we be determined to train and instruct ourselves like this. The merit and goodness that we do, the good karma that we create, that we don't harm the lives of living beings, and this is like we do not harm our own brains. If the results of goodness arise in this life, we probably won't become ill with Alzheimer's disease. But if the old karma does result, may our merit look after us all, so that we stay with goodness and merit. May you have happiness and peace in the heart. May you all grow in blessings.